Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Morning Mindset. Kerry Green here. I hope you are ready to get your mind and your heart aligned with the truth of God for this day. Let's just take a moment and take that deep breath, get your mind kind of ready to receive the truth of God today and to hear what He has to say through His Word to apply to you and to apply to your life. If you are not a partner of the Morning Mindset, I just want to encourage you to consider becoming a partner. We've had a number of people become partners over the last few weeks. Jenna and Nicole and Hannah and Heather and Adam and Michael. I want to thank all of you for your partnership, your financial support of the Morning Mindset. You enable us to produce more and more assets. We're working right now on plans for potentially doing a marriage podcast, and we're just not sure if we have the time and the resources, honestly, to get that done well. So we would appreciate your prayers, but also know that your support enables us to make time for things like that. So please feel free to check out the partners link in the description of this episode. All right, today we're looking at Proverbs 31, verses 21 through 24. We're continuing walking through this character sketch of what the writer calls an excellent wife. And today I've titled the episode a put together wife. I mean, we use that phrase sometimes, oh, she's so put together, or he's so put together. And it's a person who looks like they have all their ducks in a row. They don't have problems, so to speak, in their life, and they're doing really well. Well, the woman that we have described for us here definitely seems like that kind of a woman. But it's not necessarily because she's perfect. It's because she's got her head on straight. She's thinking wisely and letting that wisdom guide her actions. Let's read verses 21 through 24, and we'll see some examples of what that can look like. It says, "She is not afraid of snow for her household, for all her household are clothed in scarlet." Now, what is this about, not being afraid of snow? Well, in their day and age, they didn't have houses that were all sealed up and airtight like ours. They didn't have double pane windows, for example. They might just have a cloth or a canvas over the window. They might have some kind of a block that they would put up in the window to try and keep the wind out. You see, so when snow and cold came, that was a pretty serious thing. But in this case, it's saying she's not afraid of the snow for her entire household, for all her household is clothed in scarlet. Now, scarlet is not necessarily a description of a type of garment. It's a color of garment. And scarlet, that reddish hue, reddish purple kind of hue, is a sign of richness. And it's just trying to give us the image that this woman has worked hard to provide quality for her family. She wants them to be taken care of. So when we think about snow coming on her household, we're led to believe her household is going to be plenty warm because of her industriousness, because of her commitment to taking care of them. Notice the next verse. It says she makes her bed coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. So she's got an eye for quality. And she's making with her own hands the things needed for her household, for herself, her husband, all of the family, to have quality things. Now, this may not mean you need to go out and learn how to knit, ladies. It may not mean you need to learn how to make your own clothes. But it does mean that whatever resources you have, you should learn how to be industrious with those things, how to make the most of them, how to be frugal, how to use what you have to maximize the benefit for your family. And because of the way this woman is in her mentality of doing the best with what she has, verse 23 says, her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. Now, this may not sound like a big deal to you, but the gates are often where the elders of the city, the decision makers, those in positions of respect and leadership, would hang out. And it says he is known in the gates, and he sits among the elders of the land. And why is that? Well, it's because his wife has enabled him to be a man of respect, because of the way that she runs the home and the way that she makes it possible for him to step outside the home and do the things that would bring that kind of respect and influence within the city. Finally, verse 24 says, she makes linen garments and sells them. She delivers sashes to the merchant. You see, this woman is doing everything she can with everything she has to bring about maximum benefit for her family. So wives, let me ask you, are you doing the best you can with the Spirit's power to maximize your role as a wife, as a mother? Are you following His lead in blessing your family with the work of your hands? Oh, Lord Jesus, we want to ask you to make all of us diligent, to make all of us endeavoring to be people who make the most out of what we have, rather than being complainers, rather than bemoaning what we don't have, Lord. Give us eyes to see how we can get things done with what you've provided for us. Lord Jesus, do this for us. Do this for all the dear women who are listening, the wives who don't feel like they're put together, but Lord, can be with your help. We ask you, Jesus, to do this by your power and in your name.